are what you prefer. You hesitate to say you're into him and her. Trapped in your own body from the inside out. Got your own tribe shit and what you're about. They trying to play you, trying to say to you, you don't know who you really are. Block out the madness of love's a habit. Every queer kid is a star. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Daddy not call you by your name. Disrespecting now, they do the same. If one of us is bound, none of us are free. Equality's not destiny. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Do it, baby, strut on now. 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 Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, 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 now. Let love take over. Ask girls, oh, what you prefer? You hesitate to say you're into him and her. Trapped in your own body from the inside out. Got your own tribe shit and what you're about. They trying to play you, trying to say to you, you don't know who you really are. Block out the madness of love's a habit. Every queer kid is a star. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Daddy not call you by your name. Disrespecting now, they do the same. If one of us is bound, none of us are free. Equality's not destiny. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, 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 now. Let love take over.
Hey, hey, hey. This is another episode of Afro Sensei Show. Welcome. I am Afro Sensei, of course. Um, just, just get right into it, like going on this week in general, but also with myself. If you've been following me on Instagram and YouTube, you see that my new video that will also be airing tonight has premiered or is now out. Supercalifragilistic Swagalistic with a fellow artist Zay Knight, who's also based in Alexandria. That video, like the previous videos, were actually filmed right here in this house, not in this room, actually next door in the living room. The whole theme is, 70s house party, fabulousness, thing like Sylvester, or you think like the Catch One, which is like a legendary club out in LA. That whole vibe, trying to channel that into the video. Really, really happy how it turned out. The director definitely panicked, did a really good job, giving it that sort of vintage 70s feel. Everybody that showed up did a really great job. Just, contributing to the vibe as needed in that scenario. So that'll be premiering tonight. Well, not premiering, but that'll be premiering on the show tonight, actually. And we also have other artists on here. We also have Asia Kyrie. We have Controversy, if you want to show the Prince song. We also got Ivy Soul with Dangerous as the name of her song. Really great song. We got a trio for a collab. We got Miss Cam, DDM, which is Dapper Dan, and also Couture. And we also have Peaches with a Z, with a really great video with a really more fun and more of a serious message. So it's a really great range of both types of music and also different moods, kind of express all different sides of LGBTQ artists. And of course, as always, if you know any artist that's doing anything great visually with videos or with music, you can send them to me at afrosensation@gmail.com. That's afrosensation@gmail.com. Also, I want to announce that the official Afro Sensei playlist is now up on Spotify. Dun-dun-dun-dun. You can look it up. It's the Afro Sensei show, the Afro Sensei playlist. Basically, so if you have a song, whether or not you have a video or not, that you think is great, you think it's a bop, you think it's a bang, you think it's a ballad that make weep, you can send it to me at same email address, afrosensation@gmail.com. I give it a listen. Right now, the plan is to just keep it to about 25 to 30 songs. That way, because one thing is kind of like a we on one place, but I'm like number 200 on the playlist. Right now, I want to keep it about 25 to 30 songs. That way, everybody gets a chance to get some play, and get an updated monthly. So that's the plan for now. So if you have a great song you want to send to me, you don't have a necessary video for it, you can't play the video on the show, but you have the song, you can send it to me again at afrosensation@gmail.com, and I may add to the playlist. It'll be on there for at least a month, so everybody get their chance to get that fourth of a cent from Spotify. That's a whole nother issue. Anyway, but so get to some general news. I finally finished watching a great biopic about the comedian Dick Gregory. If you don't know about him, he's a comedian, but he also was very like a social activist. Did a lot in terms of protesting in terms of the Vietnam War, and also trying to raise awareness about nutrition and the problem with obesity and food deserts and things like that. Lots of different involve a lot of different causes basically throughout his life. That's why I learned by watching documentary. I kept falling asleep by watching about 4 or 5 times, not because it was boring, but because I just was tired from work. But when I did watch it, it really was great just to see someone that I really know much about. Probably because the reason why is because he really stepped away from show business to focus on the cause of focus on activism and focus on really doing things outside just show business. So that's probably why I don't know much about it. I didn't know much about it, necessarily. I knew stuff here and there, but not a lot. And so yeah, that's a great documentary. It's on Amazon if you want to watch that. The one and only Dick Gregory thing is executive produced by I think Kevin Hart and Lena Waithe. So yeah, if you want to pay attention to that, that's a really great one if you want to watch. Now, and the Dad from the Rock. Okay, yeah, Dad from the Rock. He was in it. Or I said Gregory is from the Rock. Okay, yeah, okay, all right. It's been a long time since I watched Rock. Rock was probably for me. That was probably like early '90s, I would think. So usually early '90s, mid '90s, it was all about Family Matters. What's that show? Dinosaurs. Okay, that's the name of the show. Of course, Power Rangers, everything else. So that was my watch list at the time. So yeah. Yeah, not the mama. Yeah, almost got it. Not the mama. That's what he used to say. Remember the episode? Oh, remember the episode on Dinosaurs where he was where Robbie got caught taking steroids. Or he took steroids and then he started wilding out and they had to get him under control because that was like a very special episode of the show. 90s. Yeah, but yeah, that was one. Anyway, yeah, but that's a great documentary if you want to check it out on Amazon. So, but speaking, okay, well. This is a story that unfortunately is all too common, both in modern and America's past. Reading from the headlines here. If you've been following on social media all this week, you know the story about who has been dubbed Victoria's Secret Karen. Now, apparently with this one, if you watch the video, she had a super meltdown, just the meltdown of all the Karen meltdowns I've seen thus far, at least on tape, at least on phone anyway, tape. Basically, read a bit from BET. The viral Victoria's Secret Karen meltdown video went viral, but the woman who has the target of her rage is ready to defend herself and has raised over $100,000. So this is Ajima Ukenta, the black woman who recorded the unidentified woman accusing her of assault at a Victoria's Secret store in Millburn, New Jersey, started a GoFundMe page. On the page, she wrote, "I was assaulted and harassed by a white woman, and nothing was done by security nor the police," which it was not. You watch the video is infuriating. So Ukenta claims she was booted off of TikTok for posting the video and says she was wronged by Short Hills Mall Security, Millburn Police Department, and most of all humanity. You can identify the woman, but that has not been confirmed. White woman is seen crying, pretending to pass out after Ukenta accused the irate woman of trying to hit her. Which that video basically it starts with the white woman charging at her. The woman pretty much like don't do that, backs her up. Then she literally stops, throws her clothing she had in her hand off to the counter, and then starts just weeping. It's just it literally she literally thinks, "Oh, I fucked up. Now I gotta cry." And she really just goes whoosh, throws a jacket, and then just starts weeping. Then she looks around and to see "Come on, y'all, help me. I'm in distress." Nobody looks "Girl, what the fuck?" So she decides to just pretend to pass out on the floor. She literally just lays down and she lays down for a good, I'd say at least a minute, probably 2 minutes. Everybody stood there buying their clothes or whatever it is, shopping about, talking about whatever the fuck. Then she okay, that ain't working. So then she just starts to point the woman she's taping me, shaking. And then she gets up, and then she literally says at one point, stop. I think she said, "Stop following me," while running towards the woman and chasing her. Now that ain't a metaphor for America. I don't know what the fuck is. I mean, running at you and saying you're the problem. Message. Anyway, so then that happens, and at some point, police actually show up, but instead of attending to the woman who says attending to Ukenta and seeing what's going on with her and what happened, because the woman literally chased her. Security backed up her story. I mean, the management backed up the story at the store that's what happened, and the police end up comforting the woman who's still weeping, who's still having a whole breakdown about something, and then the cop, one of the cops, especially with the younger cop, has a nerve to tell her has to scoff at the woman saying do something about her. She assaulted me. She chased me around the store. Management told you this is what happened, and yet you're comforting her. You're running to her aid, trying to make sure that she's all right. Again, message, metaphor for America. So she. As far as I know, she's filed a report. Since then, she started a GoFundMe. So far, she's raised over $100,000. Hopefully, I hope that she gets some type of money, some type of more important, some type of justice. Now, I did see the woman's name. She was named in other articles. I can't think of her name right now, I know she was like, I think she's like a teacher's aide, I think in New Jersey. And I'm out, and what people are speculating, what I would guess too, is that she knew she was fucked up, and so, and what I said, acknowledging that she fucked up, she said, I'm gonna throw a tantrum and like, wild out on the floor and pull out all the white tears, but that shit ain't working. So, you know, we'll see what happens next. That's the latest I have on it so far. But again, just wild to think. Still, as many of the videos that you've seen, whether that's, what they call the barbecue Becky and the girl, when I told the little girl that was selling stuff outside the apartment building, and all these other stories about these different white women just, wilding out and, doing what unfortunately a lot of white women do. Not all, but a lot of history. You can go down the list, Rosewood, Black Wall Street, there is precedent. So just to see that, and it's just to see the boldness of the caucasity of it is just, mind blowing still. And just to see it in real time, these people just fall over themselves to help her, and not, and not actually deal with what's actually happening in front of their faces. It's just, again, miracle. Yes. Oh yeah. Carinitis. Yes. That's the disease. Yes. Carinitis. Yes. It just follows them to where they just have to, if there was a fainting couch, she would have fell on it. That's what happened. She literally would have passed out and done this. I'm in distress. Get her. That's what she was trying to sell, but it did not work because her acting was not pop snuff. It was very off Broadway. Wasn't ready for prime time. Definitely wasn't ready for the big screen or the small screen with that phone. So, just some performance critiques. But on a serious note, that obviously has consequences, because you think of that man in the park. He didn't end up suing the woman. Woman that had the dog, and he told her I think to pick up out of her dog, and she freaked out and called the police saying his name was being threatened by a black man. That has deadly consequences. Beyond just all the cute nicknames stuff. That's that they can be real fatal consequences when white women decide to whip those tears out and weaponize them. That's because that's what happened, and that is what happened in that story with that woman. So, anywho, hopefully, she you can mount, get something out of it, get some type of settlement, or some type of acknowledgement that she went through something, because that's really what happened to her. She was one that was violated, and she was the one that had to endure the stress of like this woman's freak out basically over who knows what, and hopefully she'll be compensated for that somehow. Hopefully, we'll see. Okay, so with that said, let's move it a little bit. We get into our first video tonight, which is mine and Day Night's video. This is a video, like I said, I filmed it at my house for my latest single that's out now. Actually, the remix came out today as well, and it's a bop, if I do say so myself. The name of the video in the song is Supercalifragilistic, and it features Day Night. So let's get into that. This is my video, Supercalifragilistic.
To go, face beat off the frame, loose painted lashes laid, neon jacket with the matching boots, laced by sweet girl who strings 22 dozen inches of extensions for your love. I'm feeling super good, when you're listening. So sick, you make no sense. I'm feeling super good, when you're listening. Coming through like been crawling up the walls, it's time to ball. Dance was the solution to all this seclusion. Nails looking sharper than a handsome sword. Bossy and fussy is the move you're on, and I great cause you can't duplicate, but hey, go on. I'm feeling super good, when you're listening. So sick, you make no sense. I'm feeling super good, when you're listening.
swag so sick, might as well call the doctor. Popping this bitch, nigga, yeah, I'm really proper. Floss for a nigga, why they wanna talk they got her. I'm drip, 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 hotter than lava. You know I'm the vibe, I keep my dress outside twisted, cause I'm kinda dripping. Ooh, I just asked your bitch, but guess I'm big pimpin'. Don't step to me behind your thotty, cause I'm not tryna catch your body. I came to pop bottles where Afro Sensei dropping the boat, got the girls in the city. Open the back cause they know they rent pay. The BGC like it ain't no game. No fakes, no friends, no time for lanes. Super Cali swagger, listen, sissy. How you feeling, man?
Hey, that was my song for Supercar Swagalistic. My video was Supercar Swagalistic featuring Day Night, another local Alexandria artist. Like I said, that video was filmed here at my house. Very, whole theme, 70s chic theme. I think it really fit the song. Because the whole song has like a throwback vibe to it. Filmed by local director Panic the Plug, and gave it the whole vintage 70s feel, like a Super 8 kind of vibe that I like that kind of grainy feel to it. Like I said, that song is out now. The remix is out today, the Mothership Funk mix. Similar as far as being a throwback vibe, but at the same time, it kind of has more of a two-step for the vibe to it, rather than like a hustle sort of vibe. It's still in the same vein, but it's a little more early 80s and like late 70s. That's want to make that slight distinction.
Are you tired of looking like SpongeBob SquarePads? Does lumpy and bumpy describe your hip pads? Are your hips serving Christmas dinner? Are you paying too much for crusty old couch cushions? DragonABudget.com has the answer. Hashtag Body by Dementia. Body by Dementia. Body by Dementia. The #1 hip pads and stuffed bra seller on your neighbor's internet. Our hips come in 3 sizes. Small for a subtle look, medium for a more curvy option, and our custom size for those that need a more precise fit. Go to DragonABudget.com and order yours today. DragonABudget.com, the one-stop shop for all your drag needs. For queens, kings, and everyone in between. Since 1915. Shit, I mean 1925? 2015.
Body by dementia, your pads look like trash.
Are you tired of looking like SpongeBob SquarePads? Does lumpy and bumpy describe your hip pads? Are your hips serving Christmas dinner?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm not.
Are you paying too much for crusty old couch cushions?
All right, right, and I'm back. Sorry for that little technical difficulty. I'm not sure what happened. Slaves to our technology. So there we go. Like I said, that Supercar Spiker released their videos out now on YouTube. The remix is out today, so check them out. The original is great. Everything is great with it. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. We can get right into our next video while we still good in technical sense of the word. This next artist I found on Instagram. I believe I found her on the weekly top 40, which is a great IG page by DJ Baker. Puts together different playlists and mixes of all the different LGBTQ artists. He's featured me a few times, but it's really great. Along with this artist here, this is R&B artist. This is Asia Kyrie with Signs. So let's get into that right now. This is Asia Kyrie with Signs.
Aquarius, heard that she say when heard you like to bury your head in it, have you losing all of your breath. Think I like a Scorpio to get under my skin. Treat me like a Taurus, yeah. Call me on my bullshit. Do me dirty like an Aries. Just lie to me, so sweet. You know what I mean. I read all the signs. I can do you right, yeah. I read all the signs. They say my body's yours tonight. Show me your best side like a Gemini. Heard I was made for you and you were made for I. Would it be my best friend like a Sage? Fingers all in my bag. Sometimes I don't know how to act. I apologize like a Cancer. Let go of my ego like a Leo. Sometimes I'm sweet like a Pisces. Ooh, you're the nicest. I read all the signs. I can do you right, yeah. I read all the signs. They say my body's yours tonight. I read all the signs. I can do you right, yeah. I read all the signs. They say my body's yours tonight. Oh. I've been moving way too fast. Don't you dare me to slow down. Not the type to cook your eggs. See you when the sun goes down. Want me to have your last name? Promise I'll put you last, babe. I don't know. Told you that I want you, but I'm never gonna change. I don't wanna, no, you wanna keep me in this cage. I don't wanna have to hold your hand. Lately you've been in your feelings and I'm feeling like the man.
Was the video for Signs by Asia Kyrie. Like I said, I found her on Instagram on Top 40 Weekly. Really great site. A few little facts about Miss Kyrie. She's an alternative R&B artist. She's influenced by Michael and Janet, by Lil Kim, Beyonce, Rihanna. She's also born in Kansas City, Missouri. She moved to Dallas, Texas at 18. She was a fashion major, but she got into music. A little bit few more tidbits about her. Um, she recently dropped her EP "Bad Guy" back in October of 2020. Lots of like alternative sounds. And she also won stand. She also won the Power of the Pen competition in Dallas, placed top 10 in a national competition, winning for producers and songwriters too. So multifaceted, multi-talented. Check her out on Instagram. Really, because she really has some really great visual imagery, and her music is very different. So give her a listen if you really like what you or a look too, if you like what you heard tonight. Speaking of videos, today, or actually last night, who else has watched the new Normani video with Cardi B? Things called for Wild Thing, I think the name of the song. It's got like about 2 million views up till now. Less of the day, it's pretty good. That's just really good for any video, let alone video for that level of artist. But I mean, song itself, I mean, it's definitely for that a sex jam. But the video itself, it isn't just. You could definitely tell they did some work in terms of the choreography. It's from the choreography to the like spot 10,000 different set pieces, but like the transitions are really great. And at one point she's like sliding across the floor while some guys hop over her dancers, like Missy Elliott style from Work It. Remember that for a throwback reference. And then Cardi B's appearance is really great. Some nakedness going on, which is it's artistry. But it's a really great song and a really great video match put together. Now I will say that I hope her team capitalize on this with the way that they did not with Motivation. Just saying, because Motivation, she had her moment. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is like the new Janet or Beyonce," which I wouldn't give it a Beyonce comparison because they're not alike in that way. I don't think she's so much more to Janet. But everybody was like, "Oh, this is it. She's about to blow up," and then it was kind of like crickets for whatever reason. They didn't really seem to have the machinery in place to like put bump her up to the next stage. But hopefully now with this one, because I mean this one's really great too. Hopefully with this one they'll really have that, and she'll be able to she won't lose momentum and be able to really scale the heights. Because I mean she is talented, in terms of like definitely in terms of being a dancer, and she has a good voice as well. And the song really seems to fit her the way Motivation did. So hopefully they won't drop the ball like they did the first time. I'm just got called like I see it. Just saying. So yeah. But again, that video that I just played, Asia Kyrie Signs, is on. You check it out on YouTube, and it's really great song, really great video, and that's a little mashup at the end too, like which is another throwback. Remember that in the '90s, like at some point, like in everybody's video, like I think Mary did it in one of her videos. I want to say Missy I did it in a couple of hers, where it was like early, like from 99 to about 02 or 01, everybody would like doing a song and they would stop and like new song, because like Missy did what was it, Get Your Freak On, and then the minute she stopped, and she started doing lick shots. Remember that? Yeah, and then she did a couple of times actually. I want to say she did it with Monica did it with knocking at my door. Don't stop knocking at my door. And then they went to the club at the end. You remember that? That was a trend for a while. And of course, Mary did it with Deep Inside. She went to one of my favorite songs, her Sincerity, which never really got official release. But she did a scene where she was like hitting her dance, and then she went back to Deep Inside. But anyway, that's an aside. But yeah, check her out, Asia Kyrie on IG. So let's get into some more headlines actually. Okay. So of course, the recent controversy or decisions surrounding Sha'Carri. Said her name correctly this time. Last week I actually missaid it. Her name Sha'Carri Richardson. She's been offered an ambassador role at a cannabis vape company for $250,000. And of course, the big controversy around her is that she was grieving the loss of her mother, and then to cope, pretty much she smoked some weed. Unfortunately, she tested positive, and then she's not been able to compete in the Olympics, so she has to sit this one out. I'm pretty sure she'll probably be back for the next one. But this company has offered to offered her as an ambassador role for $250,000. Now, do I think she should take it? I do not, and this is why. Because I feel like if she does, it will make her a bit more. It will make her less sympathetic to people, which she should already be in general. But she, people won't feel as sorry for her because I think she'll be capitalizing on this moment and not being apologetic about it. And also, I think it would make a bit of a joke of her image. This idea, oh, there goes Shakira, she's smoking in weed, she's vaping. It in the long run, I think it would hurt her in terms of her perception of her as being a serious athlete because she's delving instead of she's capitalizing on this scandal in a way to make it seem like she doesn't really care about she doesn't care about being a serious Olympian, which is kind of bullshit because you could smoke weed. Obviously, smoking weed doesn't automatically mean you're a loser or you're lazy or any of the stereotypes we've all been raised with about weed. So it shouldn't be that way. But if she does it, I feel like she's being. I feel like she would be being used. Like I was like, oh, this scandal happened to you, so let's come in and let's see if we can help you build our name up off this back of this scandal and like kind of use your name and sort of take it. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it would be it would be a win for her. It would be a win for the vape company. That makes more. That's my main point. It doesn't seem like it'd be a win for her. It'd be a win for them, and it wouldn't really help her in the long run in terms of really like putting it behind her and putting the main focus back on. Even if she does still smoke weed, so what? It wouldn't be helpful in putting the main focus back on what she does best, which is run really well. That's my take on it. She shouldn't take it because it really wouldn't help her be known for what she wants to be known for. Regardless of whether she smokes weed regularly or not, I would think she wants to be known best for her running and her skills as an athlete, not smoking a doobie, or vaping. So I would turn it down, and it seems like I don't think she will take it. I think according to the article, I don't think it says this. This is according to MT's. This is according to TMZ. So it says it's not clear yet whether or not Richardson will accept the offer or she is even interested. Dr. Dabbler, which is, I guess, the vape company, is certainly in need of a new ambassador. The company just dropped its former Disney star, Colin Massey, after allegations connected to an alleged inappropriate communication with a minor resurfaced. Ooh, okay. While Massey was indeed an official spokesperson, he did not have doctor status, which in the letter has been promised Richardson. So, doctor, okay. So, of course, she's been receiving support from people about the fallout from the Olympics and all that stuff. So, hey, Jackie. Hey. Oh, yeah, she agrees that I bet there's a Shikari strain being developed. Yeah, fuck all that. Yeah, it just reeks of like cheese. Like, oh, look, here's a Shikari weed. Make you run real fast. Like, fuck all that. Like, don't do that. Just because, like I said, it's gonna benefit them, not her. It's gonna make her look like a joke, and I don't want her to look like a joke. Just this is uncle or auntie sensei talking, depending on how you want to address me. I don't want her to look like a joke because obviously she takes running very seriously. She's an Olympian. She wants to achieve as high as on the highest level, and but she does in her personal time as far as smoking, whatever. But if it becomes part of her quote unquote brand, I just feel that it would hurt what she wants to be known for the most, which is running, which is being an athlete, which is being a competitor, being that girl. So I think she's probably, whoever's around her probably smart of saying don't do this shit, and if not, I'm gonna say don't do that shit. Just ignore that. Don't do it. I think it's something bigger to as the kids say, it's a bigger bag coming than vaping. So that's my advice. don't take it. Anywho, all right. So welcome Jackie to the chat. Yes, Shikari's strain would be terrible, but I bet there is one development if she were to say yes. Yeah. So. All right, let's get to our next video of the night. This is another one I came across on IG. Again, if you're now on IG and looking up LGBTQ artists, you need to be, because they got a lot of folks on IG. That's where you can find the new tunes and the great visuals. This is one of them. This artist came across again on IG. This is Rillo Star, and this really great indie pop song called Runaway. So let's get into that now. This is for Rillo Star, and this is the video Runaway.
Living in a world where our love is considered sinning. Felt this from the beginning. Just me and you, yeah, we in it. And it's crazy how I've been thinking of you lately. So focused on the bag, gotta get it fast. Hop on this Holly and see where it take me. Out across the ocean, now through the distance, travel to the moon and back for a piece of your heart. You got me open, so high that I'm floating. Tell me that you're ready to go. I just wanna run away with you. 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 I just wanna run away. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away with you. Now it's just against the world, but I've asked to do it. Promise I got you forever, my homie, lover, and friend. Let them say what they want. They don't gotta understand us. Not a care in the world, cause we don't give a fuck. Out across the ocean, down through the distance, travel to the moon and back for a piece of your heart. You got me open, so high that I'm floating. Tell me that you're ready to go. I just wanna run away with you. I just wanna run away with you. Wanna run away. I just wanna run away with you. Wanna run away. I just wanna run away with you. Wanna run away. I just wanna run away. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away with you.
Back, and that was Rollo Star with Runaway. Like I said, a great indie pop track. And I like the that mix of like pop and rock. The visuals are really great. Just sort of depicting sort of everyday life with the couple. Really great scenes. Speaking, I guess I get a little cheap about myself. Speaking of couples, the reason for this hairstyle, which is more 80s tonight than 50s, was actually last weekend. I filmed the next video for my next single, which is called Little Waves. And the video for that has more of a 50s theme going further back in time. This hair is supposed to be a little bit of like a pompadour. If you kind of, squint, maybe you can see it. I don't know. So it's supposed to be more like a pompadour sort of style. In this 50s video, telling the story of like a black gay couple. And just sort of the twists and turns they face, while they enter in this relationship. That's the kind of the teaser for it. It definitely has more of a cinematic feel than the last couple of videos in terms of telling the story, because the last two look really great as well. This one has more of a storytelling quality, so it's not looks-wise, it's not as flashy, a little bit more dressed down. But I did have like a lot of costume change, like 4 or 5 costume changes actually. We filmed it like in 3 different locations. We filmed it at the beach, a local beach, a local lake, and we filmed it at a local bar, and we filmed like at a little bus station too. So that'll give you an idea where things may be going. So I'm really happy with from what I've seen so far. The shots the director showed me. She actually directed DemenCha's Prince. She actually directed one of my two of my other videos, one for B-Side Blues with all the gold backgrounds, and she directed one for a remix of Love Takeover, which is the one in the museum where we're all dancing. Which, if you don't know these videos, you can always look them up on YouTube, where they're at. So feel free to share them if you like them. But that video should be out, if not at the end of this month, probably early August. So that the name of the song is called Little Waves. So, and it's more of a, I call it more of a chill pop to those tracks. So that'll be coming up soon. But yeah, that video reminded me of that. So again, so that was Farillo Star. Anyway, let's through a few facts about Farillo. So basically, he's from Flint, Michigan. He mixes, like I said, R&B and pop into radio style hits. He has a range of influences. His Text Me remix single debuted at number 7 on iTunes R&B charts. And also his EP Flame debuted at number 47 on the iTunes R&B charts. So want to check him out. Like I said, he's on IG. You can follow him. Like I said, a really great mix of like R&B and pop and a little bit of indie, rock sound. So, a different vibe, definitely, but a really welcome one. So, but yeah, think what else was going on this week. Let's see what we got here. Um, Mr. Carey, Victoria's Secret. Let's see. Oh well, the another thing, the Emmy nominations came out, and so that and they are very in the quote unquote words the advocate gay or trans or by very LGBT friendly. Of course, MJ Rodriguez, she got nominated for her acting in Pose, which is of course she should have been. Very well done this past season. I want to say Levy, I think was his first name from Schitt's Creek. That he got a nomination as well in the category. Also, yeah, he got nominated for his outstanding guest actor in the comedy, and also Jonathan Groff, if you know him from HBO's Looking, which was on a couple of years ago, but he's been in some other things obviously since then. He was nominated for outstanding supporting actor in a limited or anthology series or a movie for as well as King George and Hamilton. Cynthia Erivo, which didn't know she was family, but news to me. Probably not to you, but anyway, she's well known for Incredible Pipes. Has been nominated for lead actress in a limited series or movie for her role in Genius Aretha. RuPaul got a nomination for Outstanding Host for a Reality Competition for RuPaul's Drag Race. Carmel Brown, Tan France, Antonia Porowski, and Jonathan Van Ness, they were all nominated for Queer Eye as well. Also, Bobby Burke left him out. And RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked has been nominated for Best Unstructured Reality Program, which I didn't know that was a category, but it makes sense. Which, by the way, full disclosure, I am not actually watching All Stars. I'm kind of watching it, but not really. So let me explain. I'm not watching it in the sense that I'm paying for Paramount Plus and watching it all the way through. I'm watching parts of the clips they post on YouTube and also the recaps that Trixie Mattel is doing with the different drag queens. That's how I'm keeping up. Because I just I can't. I'm being cheap right now, basically. That's basically what it is. I'm being very cheap, and it's like, oh, that's happening. Okay, this person's out. Okay, I'm following. I'm with it. Yeah. In which if you watch, Trixie's watch Pit Stop, basically, it gives you an idea of what is going on. You see the runways, which that's. I mean, anything you want to watch Runaways. So you see the Runaways, you see the commentary. All the guests so far been really great. Like Monique Hart was the guest this past week, and she messed up Carol. I think she messed up Carol Channing's name. she said Cheryl Channing, and then of course Bob Jackson was on before that. I think Hiding in Closets has been on there. So they got good guests, good chemistry. So if anybody is actually watching it all the way through, let me know in the comments. But I'm just grabbing bits and pieces there. But also, speaking of it, not Drag Race, but little tidbits more and more about Lovecraft Country, the second season that will not be. Misha Green, who's the showrunner for Lovecraft Country, she's been sharing her ideas for season 2 online. Apparently, she got a very elaborate concept for season 2. She wanted to be like a whole United States of segregation or like basically dividing the country up into places where it was segregated and where it was like a free area. I can't remember verbatim what the concept was, but very ambitious. Like basically instead of just focusing on the country, one area, like the small area where it was this first season took place, she's gonna basically focus on the whole United States basically and how it was divided up into white supremacy basically. Which my thoughts, I feel like on paper that sounds very good, but in practice, it sounds like it would be more like True Detective second season. And for those who don't know, okay, True Detective first season, great. Third season, return to form. Second season, and the reason why, in my opinion, is because they try to do too much. Like the first season and third season are very simple. There's a murder, somebody died. What happened? Let's piece it together. Now, and within that, you can explore like emotional complexities of these two officers' relationship to each other, and how the case affects the family, and so on and so on. But the basic thing is, somebody died. Who killed them, or how did they die? Basically. But the second season was all about like LAPD corruption and secret societies behind this and that, the third, and it was just this on top of this, on top of this, on top of this, and it's add up to a whole bunch of nothing. All the pieces were there, but the final result it just was long and like, what am I watching? Just so I fear that Lovecraft Country season 2 had it aired and they gone through with this plan, it could have been like that. Like it's so ambitious to the point where it's like, huh? She did what? What's going on? And they doing what now? Who? It's like, it seems like it would have been so much. Like, how do you contain a full country of white supremacy in like an hour, in like was it like an hour show, or I forgot, 30 minutes or hours, or 30 minutes to an hour show, like every, over 10 episodes, it's like a lot, like a lot, and I worried that it would have ended up like that, or maybe, who knows, maybe she could pull it off. To me, like my gut was something like, that's a lot, and that's a lot to take on and watch. Even this season, the first that season that aired, it had the basic through line of the family drama, but still, there was a lot. You could rewatch those episodes like 2 or 3 times and still get things that you missed. So imagine like that. It's like the third power over 10 episodes. Like, it's a lot to digest, in one sitting, week after week. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Lovecraft Country season 2 could have worked as Misha planned it out with this whole United States white supremacy covering the whole country sort of idea that she had? Like she's been sharing a lot about show breakdowns and the characters and everything else, like young and old, and this, it's like it was going to expand a lot beyond just this family drama and and what was happening, which made the family, being it's so centered on the family, really centered the show, because you got all this stuff happening, this insanity of both the racial insanity, but also the supernatural insanity, the horrors of both. But what centered the show to me was the family dynamic and the family drama that brought it down to earth. And I think if you stray too far from that, you're gonna have some problems. Just my opinion. I'm not sure running. I don't write scripts, but that's just I watch a whole lot of TV. But in my experience, when you really like expand that wide of a net, and then there aren't Marvel superheroes involved, it can get kind of dicey. I don't know. That's just my thoughts about it. But, if y'all think differently, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely respond and read them back to y'all. But while we consider that option, let's get into our next video. This video is actually a freestyle, but it's a hot freestyle. Of course, it's video too. But we talk about throwbacks. It's over a classic '90s beat. This is Controversy, and this is the Bugaboo freestyle. Let's get into that. So this is Controversy and the Bugaboo freestyle.
Yeah, bugging. What you bugging? Who?
Check.
You bugging me. Hold on.
Yeah, set it off on these niggas. Say when.
Let's go! This here is a matte black Benz. Caught you lacking at the light, watching you tap your friends. Blonde on, Cisco, about to get him the dragon. Wanna see a nigga tongue? Keep skinning and laughing. Got my shit on my lap, and it's ready to blow. Just tell me which one of y'all is ready to go. You see me fire with the doors up. Yes, I ate. Use a Sherm, a Bugaboo, so I have to skate and move back. Now I'm back. Ayo, Gordo got you back. Now we outside, broad day, sipping this cognac. Use a pandemic, bitch. Only outside on Tuesdays. Really, if it's word on the block, I guess it's true. Say, use a hoe, it's a fact. A few with a homie slap. He walked into the smoke, got out, then double back. These niggas be really smacked. The block work at that. Had to get up off his wave, cause Boo Boo was really cat. I don't really know what's the dealio. Thought he's late night in the hall like I'm Arsenio. You already know the whole scenario. Movie, bitch going stupid. Here we go. It's not hot. No walls to thought box. These bitches really murderers. They stay in the chop shop. These hoes ops. Decoying the whole block. I send shots round the brown. Guaranteed it's going down. Still calling essence for the rock where the guns at. Or you getting bookings, I book them where the funds at. Use a middleman, been to work, I better kick it. I heard about them souls, yeah you pussy, you ain't this shit. These bitches know I'm gay and they still wanna fuck. Threesome, give me top, while they deep in your guts. It's up in the stuff, tighter than a dick in the butt. Oh, pause.
All right, and next that was Controversy with the Bugaboo freestyle, classic '90s beat. So what you're getting, but he definitely rose to the occasion because if you're gonna rap over, it's not hot. You better bring the heat. So he definitely did that. You can follow him, like I said, on IG. His IG handle is I am Controversy. But spelled slightly differently, Controversy. Just kind of sound it out. You get it. A few facts about about him. Let's get into my notes. Real name Troy Jones, boy. He's a '90s baby, born May 25th, 1995. Known as Controversy. He's a Haitian American rapper born and raised in East New York, Brooklyn. Definitely got the East Coast accent. Growing up in East New York, surrounded by drugs, guns, and violence, police brutality, Controversy learned that in order to succeed in life, he had to have a tough skin. He developed his love for music when he was growing up by listening to like DJTRAKQUEEN, Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, Foxy Brown, so different New York born and bred rapping. Age 18, he released his first mixtape called Success is Revenge. He has been co-signed by Jack Thriller and Tax Stone, Rico Love, and worked with the sisterhood of hip-hop stars Naima Supreme and Saya. So he definitely known for like gritty beats, slick rhymes. So definitely that New York rap, that New York rap style in terms of the flow. Which is curious that he chose the Bugaboo beat, which sounds great. But I think New York rap, you think he would choose like a Foxy Brown beat or like Queen Bitch or something like that by Lil Kim. That'd be a good choice if you a recommendation for a freestyle. I don't know. But of course, sounding great of a Bugaboo. So check him out. I am Controversy on IG. Yeah. What? I guess getting back to Lovecraft Country. I am disappointed it wasn't season 2, but in a way, maybe it should be like The Watchmen. But The Watchmen, you just had that one season, but it's a very complete season. Like the story could be told as is and left as is. So I don't know, I'm on the fence about it. On the one hand, you want to kind of see how that would work in action, her idea. But like I said, something that ambitious, it could come back to bite you in that sense, because you've gone so far beyond the interpersonal drama that that the characters may get lost in all the plot, in all the explanation, in all the action. You should watch season 1. Now, I will say, if you can't take the the gory stuff, then I don't think that show is for you, because that show is very visually intense in terms of like the just the horror of it, not just the racist horror, but like the actual horror is pretty rough to watch. If you got a squeamish stomach, I wouldn't recommend that you watch it. But if you don't, go ahead and tune in, because it is great in terms of like just the visual of it alone. It's very intense and very and very powerful. So all the types of horror, body horror, haunting, ghost, demons, creatures of the night, all that stuff. So all the fun stuff. Yes, good. Yes, at night. Yes. Hashtag nightlight. Yes, it's very intense. So I would recommend. If you can't take the screaming, the gory stuff, and I would steer clear of it and watch something else. But yeah, so yes. But I think it was another show that wasn't drag, but it wasn't local country, but it was like drag adjacent. I'm trying to think of what it was. So it wasn't. Said All Stars, and then it was something else that was happening. What was that? I'll come back to it. I don't know. But anyway, Lovecraft, oh well. Maybe we'll get some other life somewhere. I think she has some other deal, so that may be looking up for her in that way. So I think she's booked and busy, so that happens. Shauna is too. She just sounds something to do with Netflix. Anyway, speaking of other programming. The trailer for Madonna's Madam X has been released. I think it got released yesterday. So officially, the tour is the concert video is airing on October the 8th. But unfortunately, I think it's airing on Paramount Plus, which means I got to subscribe for a day and watch it and cut out. That's why I did Disney Plus. Just saying. I watched Black as King and then I was out. I mean, judging from the trailer, it looks pretty exciting. I mean, it's been taking a long time for it to edit it, but I do think it does look like it's really captured what the tour was. I didn't see 7-day free trial. Yes, learn it, live it, learn it and love it. Yeah. Tour does look exciting. It does look actually really captured what the tour was. It's more of a theater tour than what she's been doing the last 25 plus years. It's very different. My only hope is that it's not edited as. I hope the editing is not as bad as Rebel Heart, because I watched Rebel Heart I think I watched it either on Showtime or I watched it on Netflix, and it's too much. It's like every 2 seconds, like cutting away from her, and like something's flashing across the screen, and like there's like slow motion shots, like another flash or something, like another graphic. It's like like whoa, just calm down and get the performance. Like if you watch that tour video or stream that concert and you compare it to like Confessions on the Dance Floor, like the Girlish Show, it's like those two tours, like very in terms of how they're shot, it's very simple. Because the performance is like some angle shots, and there's some slow motion shots on Confessions. Like there's some just some trickery going on, just some tricks going on, just like in terms of technical ability. But in general, it's not a distraction. The stuff on Ripper Heart is a distraction. So the performer was like, let me just get the performance, just don't do all this other stuff. Just capture what it is, the essence of the concert. So hopefully, I hope that they do that. They steer more in the Confessions direction and less in the Ripper Heart tour direction because that was too much for my eyes, which is a little mad. Now, yeah, so that's coming out October 8th of this year, I guess. And I guess with that, we'll be done with the Madam X era, and we can see what's next. What's next is probably the biopic. So, that's probably coming in. Yeah. So, what's going on? What other stories have been happening? Emmys, how much Carrie? What else we got? Well, let's see. Oh, well, on a sort of slightly serious note, there's a new, speaking of documentaries and stuff, or speaking of programming, this new documentary on Netflix is going deep into the gay conversion therapy movement. It's called Pray Away, which is due out August 3rd. This charts the rise of Access International, a now defunct Christian ministry that once claimed to cure same-sex attraction. Yes, I knew. Cure same-sex attraction. Basically, which I guess more commonly known as the ex-gays, if you remember that. Well, it's still going on, but if you remember, it's kind of a prominent thing, sort of late 90s, early 2000s, where you have people claiming that they have been cured or free or delivered, if you know what I'm talking, if you know that reference, from being gay, basically gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, basically. Which of course is that bullshit, and many of the people who founded Access have since denounced it and left the movement that they started and said, none of that was true. I never really overcame my attraction or my gender identity, the true gender identity. I just probably learned to suppress the behavior, but the attraction still remained, or what I really want to transition, that desire still remains. So yeah, but so basically interviews people who founded Exodus and who are prominent members of the movement, just about their whole journey, the rise and fall of the Exodus International, and of course, conversion therapy has been denounced by therapists and the psychological organizations and medical associations, and they announced the practice themselves, like I said. And I think they interview. They talk about the drama Boy Race, which is a 2018 film that kind of deals with the same subject matter. So I mean, luckily for me, I never endured anything like that. I've been a whole other level of mess to get through. But I think it'd be an interesting documentary to watch and just to see the insight of that, and the motivations for it, and how it's transforming, and if it's still going on. I believe there has been a push to ban the therapy in several states and several countries as well. So it'd be interesting to watch from that perspective, so and just see what the current status of all that is, because it is a very dangerous practice. But that'll be on Netflix on August 3rd. So yeah. I want to say what trailer just came out. Not Black Widow. That is out though. Something else came out on Netflix. Not really sure. I want to say not Black Widow. Being Black Canary. I mean, not Black Widow. I think, but I do want to see that. Anybody seen that Black Widow with Scarlett Johansson? She's in it. It seems like it would be good, but you never know sometimes with the superhero stuff. So if you do, or anybody has any recommendations for any new movies or anything I haven't, that you've watched but haven't seen yet, feel free to let them know in the comments. And also, if you're in the comments, in the chat, feel free to share the chat and let other people know about the chat, because that's so we can interact, talk, and have a give and take, so to speak. But in the meantime, let's get into our next video. There's another artist I came across. I believe I came across her on LGBT Raps. Oh, Luca. Okay, on Disney Plus is a cute animated. Okay, Luca. Let me watch that. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched, I think, an animated movie that I really liked, but it seems interesting. So may give it a chance. May subscribe again for 7 days. Get out to watch Luca. Okay. But get into this next video here. This is an artist came across on again on IG, I believe on Yo LGBT Raps. This artist is called Ivy Soul, and the name of this song is called Dangerous. So we get to that right now. This is Ivy Soul and Dangerous.
Don't have to love me back. You know that I'm dangerous. Lord knows I do me bad. Don't have to love me back. You know that I'm dangerous. Lord knows I do me bad. I heard that it ain't love unless you say so. Like you got Cupid on your payroll, but I got Oshun on my hotline. My altar ready for you when you got time. And if it sounds like worship, worst case, I'm a sinner. Seeking redemption in the haze of your glimmer. Hope the next lifetime your soul will remember that I did right by you. But color me bad break, full crate, follow me up with the last taste. Prostrate, praying for touch in a bad way. Bashment, broken your wine, it's a fast break. Pass straight, know it's a lie, we a match bay. Matchstick, spliffing some wine, seen the ashtray. Covered in the dust and I tried to relax, wait. You never loved me, but you tried. You always felt the safest and the softest goodbye. Don't have to love me back. You know that I'm dangerous. Lord knows I do me bad. Don't have to love me back. You know that I'm dangerous. Lord knows I do me bad.
Yep, I'm too far now. I'm too ahead of you. I'm like beyond it. Yep, I'm too far now. You think you found me? Oh, that's astounding. Yep, I'm too far now. I'm too ahead of you. Yeah, I'm like beyond it. Yep, I'm too far now. You think you found me? Whoa, that's astounding. I'll never change my touch. I've been so stuck in my way. Partly evading love. I'd like to see the one that shows me meanings of a core. Someone who knows that life is mixed with pain and truth and more. I just hope to see it. Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do.
Really cool video, different sound. Kind of had a kind of moody vibe to it. A little bit of like I think a 90s or 2000s kind of feel to it with the black and white and the shadows. So you can check her out on IG again. That's Ivy Soul with Dangerous. Let's say, trying to think of some. We mentioned Shakari. We mentioned the Emmys. We mentioned the Karen Supreme freak out. Mentioned I'm still a little bit behind, but I have about an episode I think behind on the Encore on BET about the Supergirl group. Last I checked, Aubrey had ascended to Queen. but unfortunately, she kind of faltered her position, which of all people give Kylie bragging rights to be like, "I told you so," which I hate because I mean she's saying "I told you so," but at the same time she still ain't doing anything. She says, I mean, I've yet to see the scene when she comes to them like, "Okay, guys, I have an idea, and this is what the idea is." I said, just it hasn't happened yet, still, but Aubrey's still fucking up because. She's like, once she became queen, the night she became queen, and had this big blow up at the dinner table about doing certain songs, and the twins were up in arms because they were saying they were trying to take all the work for themselves, and Misha was feeling threatened, and they was back and forth, and Vivi was sitting there doing her cackle like she does, like I would be doing, and then they all broke apart. Then Aubrey was basically like, "Well, they ain't listen to me, so I ain't doing nothing." And she just stopped going to the studio, was in the bed all day, and on the phone with some girl, one of her friends talking about this, that, and the third, and just like, so she fought. She pretty much gave Kyle the ammunition that she needed to turn about the house against her. And so now I think they made some progress in the last episode because they recorded a song Pam had written, more of a gospel type song. But now I'm not really sure what they're doing next. I think they were having like a little bit of tiff. They previewed in the next episode because I think Aubrey had gotten into one of the producers' ears about something. I think it backfired on her or something. So, oh, you binged you binged Encore. Didn't I tell you? Yeah, I told you it was a nice cornucopia of ulterior motives and music and talent and drama and just all the good stuff that makes just vintage vintage reality TV. It's something about it feels very like mid 2000s to me. I don't know why. Maybe because the people on the show, but maybe something about it feels like very very quaint, very like a little bit of I Love New York is sprinkled in the mix. I don't know. But yeah, Bad Girls Clubbers. Okay, yeah, Bad Girls Clubbers. Yeah, something about this feels very like uncontrived in a sense. Like you kind of get a sense that they're too old. They're not young enough to be like super savvy about being on TV. Some of the women, and so just what you see is what you get, or they're too mature just to care. It's just like. So yeah, I think it's that what makes it kind of like a throwback, like Making the Band. You watch that show now, you can tell like none of them were like had like a veneer or like an on camera persona. Like everybody on camera now in reality TV shows, like everybody has their hair person, the makeup artist, and they know their storyline. But like back then, like reality, like real world, up to like about I'd say '04. What you saw, which is kind of what you got. And I think that's coming across on the Encore. I mean, that's why it makes it kind of entertained to watch because this is just them. But yeah, last I saw what it was. I'm sure that episode will probably air this week. I haven't watched this week's episode. Probably watching that on demand. But yeah, I would like to see them pull it together at some point because I mean from what the songs that they have made so far do sound they have like real potential to be like really good songs. So I would hope they can all pull it together in order to like actually accomplish, finishing I think it's like 5 songs they gotta do, and then they gotta do a performance. So yeah, hopefully they pull it together, keep it together long enough to actually do that. So I would hope so. But yeah, so that's happening. I want to say, oh, I'm not gonna watch it because I just can't. But is anybody watching Sisters? Tyler Perry show on BT. I mean, I watch clips of it because people post clips about it on Twitter like every week or so. But there's ones I've seen where like there's one scene where these two guys got in a fight and the guy punched him and instead of just falling out like a normal human being, he did a whole death drop spin to the floor. And like and like another scene, the guy was talking about I'm too much for you because I'm in touch with my feminine side and I wear panties and I like to have my prostate tickled. I'm just like, what are we? I mean, not that I mean, obviously there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like what's going on exactly? Like it just. I wish that Tyler would just take his time or at least hire like a writing staff because it just because when I see that it's like I see the premise and the premise has a lot of potential because it's just like women in their 30s and they're dating and their interpersonal drama, like obviously Insecure has mined that material to a great effect, But it's like with Tyler, it's like the premise is great, but execution is just all just the execution just comes out like ashtray bitch from his last movie. Like the premise is like the premise is color purple and the execution is ashtray bitch. That's what it is. Bad wigs and all. It's like it's just it could be so good if we just like it could be there, but it ain't. It's just it can't. And I can't. Oh, speaking, I was channeling Samantha right there. But speaking of that, the first trailer but not the trailer, the first images of the new Sex and the City, I guess you call it continuation or a spinoff, whatever, called and just like that, they've been posted to IG and around the internet, different places. I believe Sarah Jessica Parker and Kristen Davis, who plays Charlotte, they've been posting little photos here and there of like them in the makeup chair and things like that, saying it's back. But I'm gonna watch it. I give it a chance because I think there's something there in terms of what they can do with the characters. But of course, the big shoulder pad in the room is where's Samantha? How are they gonna handle that? How are they gonna handle that absence? Because it's not like she was a minor character; she was one of the main four. So it's like. Right now, I can think of two scenarios. Scenario one is basically they say her cancer came back and she died, which is like a really pat way of dealing with that issue, which is like may not please people and may ironically have the opposite effect because if she died of cancer, obviously the girls have to grieve her. They have to mention her. They have to bring her up of like when things happen or when they're all together. It's like they can't just like forget she existed. So in the sense that the irony may be they may give her more screen time or may give her more attention on the show than she would have if she actually were on if Kim Control actually came back on and was on the show. So that's scenario one. Scenario two is that her and Smith get back together and she went to LA to live with him and they see her every now and then, which would be never, or they could get letters from her every now and then, which again, it's kind of bullshit because in the first movie, she was saying that the whole thing was realizing she didn't want to be in a relationship with anybody and she broke up with him because of that. So of course that would be betraying the character and everything else. So that would be a step back. So there's that. So option number three, which is is kind of the boldest option in my book, and is this. Basically write what happened into the show. So three girls, for whatever reason, the three of the women, they all had a falling out with Samantha for whatever reason, because you think back in one of the seasons, her and Charlotte had a fight, and she kind of took a break from all of them to hang out with this other woman, but then before the other woman showed, she was kind of too wild with Samantha, and she went back to the main group. Anyway, but they could portray that these women that Charlotte, Miranda, and Charlotte, Miranda, and Carrie had a falling out with Samantha for whatever reason, and they tease it along to the point where at one point the meeting happens, either between the three of them or between her and Carrie, because the real life drama is really between her and Sarah Jessica, or the real life, whatever it was between them two, and they have to sit down to where like they really hash out to whatever it is, whatever the fictional drama is and whatever the real life drama is. They hash it out and they solve it, and then she's back in the fold. Now, do I think they would actually do that? Fuck no, because Kim was like, I ain't coming back. I'm done with it. We weren't friends. We're never friends. It's done. We done with it. I'm gone. I don't see her coming back unless it's just. I don't know. I really don't know how they're gonna handle it because, like I said, she was an integral part of the show, and like now she's just not there. So, but I'm gonna watch and see what they do with it. So, if you plan on watching it, let me know in the comments, and we can discuss. But in the meantime, let's get into our next video of the night. This video is a three-way collaboration, really great video visually, and all the verses are great. I came across this again on IG. This is a video for Miss Cam featuring DDM and Kiki Couture. This is the video for FTCU. So let's get to that right now. This is Miss Cam featuring DDM and Kiki Couture, FTCU.
Strap in your seatbelts. Hold on to your horses. Miss Cam is coming for the top spot. Incoming. 3, 2, 1.
I ain't never worried about the spot because I got it. Asking why they mad and they gon' tell you cause I'm poppin'. Only God can judge me, I ain't fucking with your honor. Told them send that boss and I said why I would be honored. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Finally, I can do my thing and get these hanging bitches off me. Smoking on that, got a nigga coughing. Money too short, I could leave, bitch, I'm bossy. Run it up and now I'm never worried. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. See, I am not from Harlem, but I got to shake these niggas off. They call me sugar daddy, way I fucking break these bitches off. You bitches residue, and yes, I'm about to spray these bitches off. They thought they seen the light, but now I'm about to make these bitches off. Okay, now I think I get it. My talent got these hoes livid. The way I did it, bitch. I'm the boss like I'm did it. The way my coochie say pretty, bitch, you should know he committed. I'm spitting fast like a printer. He say relax, you my dinner. I just lay back and say, okay, you got it. I got him pussy whipped. I keep that nigga in my pocket. Want me walking, what you talking? He call me good mouth, cause I be fucking flossing. You nasty in the head for thinking I was talking about the neck. I think you better use your manners with me, hoe and your respect. Bitch, you Gina and I'm Martin, girl, you better fucking step. Tell me why these bitches mad because I'm fucking up a check. I ain't never worried about the spot because I got it. Asking why they mad and they gon' tell you cause I'm poppin'. Only God can judge me, I ain't fucking with your honor. Told them send the boss and I said why I would be honored. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Finally, I can do my thing and get these hanging bitches off me. Smoking on that, got a nigga coughing. Money too short, I could leave, bitch, I'm bossy. Ran it up and now I'm never worried. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up.
I be on so many different levels like an elevator. Hit them talking shit, they boozy bad and getting hella faded. I be snapping on the beat, you bitches can't keep a cadence. I'm top 10, most wanted, lethal, dangerous. Pissing on these bitches, pulled off on the side road. Wonder if they mad, I push bars with my eyes closed, pressed from the pressure. Universe made a dime one. They be on that fake shit, sounding like Dylon. Check your vision, look, bitch, I'm an icon. Love a hood nigga that click cannons like Nikon's. Underground queen, record like a borough. You can get this work when you off, bitch, you furloughed. I do it for the culture. Nah, I ain't Cardi, my wins got they pressure up. Niggas looking salty, dancing like Mary J and I brush a nigga off me. I got that drip, yeah, I'm saucy. Drip. Drip, drip. Drip, 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 drip. Drip, 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 drip.
Wait, ho, let me put my wig on. I'ma show y'all how to become an icon. Tap, tap, hello, is my mic on? The bag is Gucci, Oxblood, Python. Not bad for a fat bitch. And if we fucking, we gon' need a bigger mattress. Balenciaga on my feet, make your headboard squeak. I'm a straight shooter, better get a towel for your sheets. My vest Kevlar, you can't stop my bag, the bitch Telfar. I put niggas to work like I was HR and have them shooting on my chest like I AR. Can you smell it? You wanna taste? Open your mouth while I put it in your face. Yup, cause bitch, I'm extra swag on Sylvester. Ball in my court in the flow on Electra.
I ain't never worried about the spot because I got it. Asking why they mad and they gon' tell you cause I'm poppin'. Only God can judge me, I ain't fucking with your honor. Told them send the boss and I said why I would be honored. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Finally, I can do my thing and get these hanging bitches off me. Smoking on that, got a nigga coughing. Money too short, I could leave, bitch, I'm bossy. Ran it up and now I'm never worried. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up. Better fuck that chick. Better fuck that chick up.
Cam featuring Kiki Couture and DDM, Dapper Dan Midas with FTCU, aka Fuck That Chick Up. But you know, if you plan to fight in the club, which I don't advise, because you got your new anthem. But you get a great three-way collaboration in all seriousness. A Baltimore collaboration, because all three of them are from Baltimore, and they're from the Maryland area. Miss Cam, she's in her words, heavy hitting, bar spitting, and unforgiving. She's her debut EP, Birthday Pack, and LP Two Faced, spelled TEW, which I love. Her effortless quality of being a vocal and song chameleon. Kiki Couture is a dynamic rapper and songwriter from Baltimore City. They hail from the Eastern Shore of Maryland, gender non-conforming, Kiki Couture, Kiki Couture, human age Baltimore's underground art and club scene. Him a fixture in some of the nighttime, so nightclubbing, a mixture of club, hip hop, and lyricism. And then the last but not least, you got Dapper Dan Midas. He cultivates aggressive raps, animated beats. He's inspired by Rick Ross, Missy Elliott. Also, Big Frida, Dan Deacon, Mike Snow, and Cupcake. Again, raised in Baltimore as well. His latest album, latest EP, The Battle of Omar, was released last year. So, again, great collaboration, great track, real high energy track. Check all three of them out. They're all on IG, so you can follow all three of them if you want to. One thing let's see, what else we talked about. We talked about, we mentioned the encore, mentioned other couple of things. I want to say, I think it hasn't been compared to last week. It wasn't, it hasn't been as busy as the news we get, in terms of last week was all Cosby and not last week. The last episode was Cosby and some other things. So this week it hasn't been quite as much in terms of things like that. Of course, you still got the thing in Florida, having the building collapse in Florida, which is ongoing, which is tragic. Got a couple of things going on. The weather has been really wild too, particularly in Europe. A lot of flooding in Europe, and which is typically you don't hear about extreme weather as much over there. But apparently, it's the first time in about 100 years we've had that much flooding in terms of rain, which is a random fact about the weather. And even here, it's been kind of raining off and on each day, which doesn't help with the humidity, it being Louisiana. Fires in California. I heard about that. Yeah, too extreme heat. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more of that going on. But I wonder why. I won't say, but you know why. Anywho, So 2 words, both start with a C. You put it together. But yes, definitely the weather has been, more extreme, it seems like. But again, getting back to the main idea, and if you know of any LGBTQ artists that's doing amazing things, whether it's in music or in video, or both, send me links to the video or to the songs at afrosensation@gmail.com. Again, it's afrosensation@gmail.com, and I'll check them out if they got the video, and they may be added to the video list for the show, or if they just have a song, it can be added to the new playlist. Because again, the new playlist has started. I just started it, the Afro Sensei playlist. Be updated monthly, between 25 to 30 songs, all by LGBTQ artists of all different genres, whether that's rap, R&B, indie pop, Afrobeat, and whatever you got. As long as you're family and I feel it, I'll add to the playlist. Like I said, be updated monthly. So again, if you know anybody that has a bop, or if you yourself have one, please send it to me at afrosensation@gmail.com. And please also, when you do like and share the playlist with more people that like and share the playlist, the more spotlight gets put on you. So help you and help me at the same time. We get to our last video of the night, and last but not least, I love this particular song because it has a strong message about just struggles of being Black and LGBT, and just highlighting sort of the reality of it. Which the track is called that, My Reality. I came across this artist on IG. This is Peaches with a Z. Peaches with a Z. Pronounce it crisply. And this video is called My Reality. So again, let's get to that. It's Peaches with a Z and My Reality.
Now let me let you in my reality, so maybe you can understand why these niggas mad at me and why they hate a gay man. I swear sometimes I just hate my society. You are the real reason Peaches don't know sobriety. Every time I step up out my house, a nigga trying me, but I'm screaming like Nicki did to Miley C. I'm feminine as fucking, I ain't changing for nobody. Be feminine as fucking, I won't let a nigga body me. How you think it feel when they wanna just erase you? How you think it feel when your own people hate you? How you think it feel when they put you on a plate, boo? Now keep it real, would you wanna be a gay dude? Nah, so bitch, it ain't a choice. And I was brought up in this world just to speak my voice. You know I rap for every gay nigga across the world. If you fat, I'ma switch it up from boy to girl. I said,
if you ever start to feel alone, then you can put on this CP and you can play this song. Know there's a nigga out there that's feeling just like you, and I ain't changing for nobody, don't expect you to.
y'all playing games, we gon' play some too. Black Lives Matter, talking about the gay ones too. And I'm speaking for my people, we ain't gon' stop until we equal. I hope every hating straight nigga bumping through they speakers, and I say that shit loud with a whole lot of rage. Another transgender killed, another fucking cold case. I've been running shit since the day I came up out that closet, but the day I left that closet was the day I lost my father. The day I lost my father was the day I had to grow up. Niggas was out to get me and I knew he wasn't gonna show up, but I'm in my bag now. Now they hear me spit, they wanna put Peach on the track now. And I know I'm gay, but better nigga never back down. And I'm screaming, run me my money like I'm cashed out. Shots out to every nigga calling me a fag now. Now I'm that bitch, now I'm on the list, and I'm some shit you wish you had now.
If you ever start to feel alone, then you can put on this CP and you can play this song. Know there's a nigga out there that's feeling just like you, and I ain't changing for nobody, don't expect you to. Now the whole world's staring, but this gay nigga ain't caring. Got my tight jeans and I wear them like this. Now the whole world is watching, and I guess my tweet ain't clocking. All up at my front door knocking like this.
And ever since 9-3, they been hating on the Peach. Damn right, I grew up as a misfit. And if you think that I'm weak cause I'm gay, then you wrong, fuck boy.
What the fuck is on your biscuit?
And if you ever try a nigga with a bent wrist, don't sleep, you get popped like a zit quick. And yeah, I'm speaking for my whole fucking team, and I rap for every gay nigga, yup, and I meant this.
All right, now it's Peaches with a Z with My Reality. Again, like I say, great video, great message. It's like a serious message, but it's a great, needs to be highlighted just like everything else. So that's pretty much the show. Great verses, definitely. Again, so if you want to follow me on AfroSenseiIG.com, Instagram.com. Also, I'm on YouTube and Facebook as well. Again, if you know any artists out there doing great stuff, send it to me, AfroSenseiShow@gmail.com. Next show is on July 30th. So I guess till next time, that'll be it. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for anybody that came in and chatted with me. So have a good night. Thanks.